Are you ready to make the move to the Bismarck, Mandan, and surrounding areas in North Dakota? If so, this is a video about Lincoln, a town named after President Lincoln when he came to visit. No, that's not true. Anyway, the town is called Lincoln, and I'm gonna show you around this town, show you some of the communities, neighborhoods, show you like some of the different price points of the houses in this area, and show you what amenities this community has and the proximity to all the different areas as it is close to the Bismarck area, and why people choose to live in Lincoln versus Bismarck. And if you stay to the end, I'll tell you the one special feature about Lincoln that you're not going to want to miss. So let's get at it. I've lived in Bismarck, Mandan for 40 plus years, and I know everything there is to know about the Bismarck, Mandan, and surrounding areas, including the town of Lincoln. My wife Lana and myself are the Homes 701 team, and if you're ready to make the smooth move to the Bismarck, Mandan area, give us a call or shoot us a text or send us an email or set up a Zoom link. Our contact information is down below, and let us help you make that smooth move to this Bismarck, Mandan, North Dakota area. So I want to tell you about Lincoln. Lincoln's been around for quite some time. It has been relatively quiet with not a lot of growth. There's kind of an old part of Lincoln and a new part of Lincoln, and we're in the old part of Lincoln right now. And basically what they've done is the growth that has occurred is starting to grow on the south and the north sides of Lincoln. And so what we're seeing is homes going up on the north side, and an elementary school is going up there. There's some businesses going up in there. There's lots being sold, and there's also like a gas station that went in, and there's a Family Dollar and some other cool stores that are coming to the area as well. And reason why Lincoln is seeing growth is because a lot of people are valuing, with the high interest rates, they're looking at trying to get a good deal for their money and what they can pull in and afford in a house. And Lincoln has much more affordable housing than Bismarck does. Now, some of these homes that we're walking by have been around here for quite a while. This is one of the older streets in Lincoln. I grew up here, south of here a ways, but used to drive down here with my motorcycle, and wasn't legal, but you know, we'd take the back roads through the dirt, and my friend and I, we would come down here and just check it out. We didn't do anything. There was nothing to really do at that time. There was just, you know, a small number of homes down here, but they had set up kind of a place for us to go check it out, right? We just wanted to see if there was something else going on, give us a place to go. And since that time, Lincoln has expanded as the people are getting more and more conscious about the dollar and what they can afford. They're looking to buy a home that's a little bit better for cost savings, not quite so expensive. It has a lot of area, maybe a bigger lot or some features like that. This is a little ways out in the country in comparison to being downtown. It takes about a 10-minute drive to get here from Bismarck area. Now on the way from Bismarck to this area, you'll see a lot of like construction type businesses, shop condos, and they've got like different businesses that are more industrial type on the way there. So, and then as you just enter into Bismarck, you'll notice that there's a Walmart there, there's a Sam's Club there, there's a bunch of grocery stores and, you know, different spa place, and there's a Dairy Queen there and a nail place, a bunch of different little stores. There's also storage shops. So you can see some of the different homes here. That house right there has some solar panels on it. That's not typical for a lot of people here in North Dakota. Anyway, you can see the houses. That was kind of a typical build in the 70s. You get the fiberboard, kind of smaller windows, and usually ran about 1,500 square feet on each level. Some of them had basements, some of them don't. But a lot of these homes, people are getting into them for, some of them, these older homes you can get into in the 100s, and some are 200s, depending on the square footage and such. And so just to kind of take you a quick view around here, you can see some of the older big trees in the background here. You can see some of this stuff. So it kind of gives you an idea of like the size of, or how long these homes have been here. And as you can see, I'm walking on the street. There is no sidewalk here, so that will save on specials for this area. If you don't know what specials are, basically it's special tax that's used to pay for roads and sidewalk, lights, street signs, maintenance, more or less. Sometimes people have, in different locations, have HOAs that cover that, but here we have special taxes. And what that is spread out, most of the time the city will spread it out over 15 years. So you have a special tax that they allow you to pay 1/15 every year. There's also interest on that to make the payment all at one time, but if you don't, then you have to pay each installment is what they call it. And so it's 1/15, sometimes 1/10, depends on how many years they have the specials going. So there's a lot of campers and such too, that a lot of people in North Dakota like to go camping. And so people will, for example, there's a camper right here and one right there too. They have hookups. You can see this guy has a hookup for his camper already plugged in, permanently mounted there for him. So this guy's got a shop in the back. So this is going to be a little bit more of an expensive one if a person was to, but again, it's 70s, maybe 80s this was put up. Again, just the older neighborhood of Lincoln. Now, Lincoln did just put up a new school, and so that's show you some footage from that school. And so as the businesses and the new homes are growing to the north and a little bit to the south there, the south is bigger homes with some land with them, and up north is more the smaller homes built around the school, more accessible to Bismarck as they get closer that direction. Again, there's some light industry type of businesses around there, some commercial type of businesses, not a lot of retail, but there is some bars and restaurants around here. Coming up on the Crystal Bar here, and so we'll show you that here as I walk by that. And there's a church off in the background here too as well. And so there you can see Crystal's Bar and Gaming. There's also Lincoln Church over here. Here we are in another part of Lincoln, and these are some great patio homes. A lot of these are kind of sought after because there's just this really neat little community that they have here. As you can see, there's a lot of homes down here. Got this nice little driveway that's it's narrow, but it's set up to be a nice little community. And these are kind of right by the main road that leads into Lincoln, and you can see they have places to park right here, a lot of extra room. Backyards are not too big, which most of the people getting into patio homes are not looking to get a huge backyard. They're looking to get into what's functional, try to get stuff that they can, low maintenance, right, no steps, and just have a little bit of, a little space. Everybody loves the 2-car garage in these. Hard to find anything bigger than the 3-car garage in those, but sometimes on a rare occasion you will find a 3-car garage on a patio home. But again, just most of them are just very similar to each other, hold their values really well. People, like I said, really enjoy these kind of homes. This is like a whole city block here for Lincoln, so this is really a nice feature of little mini community, if you will, in the Lincoln area, in the old part of Lincoln. And it does abut right up next to the main road that comes in, and so that's kind of nice because it's easy access out, and so you're out of Lincoln and into next road to get to Bismarck or wherever you're heading. And we're just coming up here to the end of this block here, and what you can see, if we got in the background here, we have the Tumbleweed Bar and Restaurant, and they have some great food over there. They have a great big area. They can serve a bunch of food and drink. And then next to that is a gas station, and then next to that is a bank. So again, some more businesses up there as well. And so again, you can kind of see the different neighborhoods here. And if you go past that way, up there is where most of the newer houses are up there. And you can see some new businesses over there. We'll go over there and explore some of that as well, but we'll do that in the new Lincoln video. Take a look at that video. You're not going to want to miss looking at the new homes that they have. There's a lot of different styles and different options that you can get with those homes at reasonable price point. This is why people move to Lincoln. They move because it's more affordable. And we're coming up on a home here, just a little bit here. We'll show you some of the differences that we have with some of the different homes. One of the homes, these are much more affordable options than, let's say, homes that are up in a more developed area or ones that have more land. So A lot of these homes were built like in the 70s and 80s, and during that time period there was really only, a lot of times people only had 1-car garage, but some people had 2-car garage. In this case, this home right here, this one, it just went up for sale not too long ago, and I think is pending currently. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet with a 1-car garage, for an example. And so this is just some of the different examples that you can get of the different homes in this area. Definitely more affordable than, say, some of the newer areas of Northwest Bismarck, for example, where you're starting at like $400,000 or $500,000 just for a starter home. In that area, as much as, if you can call it a starter home, that really just usually has about 2,500 square feet, or 4-bedroom in those spots, something like that. That would be about the smallest home that they would have in those locations. This location is a little bit more reasonable, and that is some of the best features that you can find with this Lincoln area, is just you have more options at trying to affordability and getting in. There's not quite as many covenances and such as far as what you can and cannot do. You can see some of the trees are older, real nice big trees you got growing up here. Got some over there. You can see some of the bigger trees. All that's part of it. So here we are at the park here, and as you can see, there's a lot of wide open space. There's a place to have places you can just sit in the middle here, let your kids run, do the activities like frisbee, throw a ball for your dog. There's actually a frisbee golf course here as well, but just a lot of wide open space. Space is definitely a lot easier to come by in these outlying areas. More out in the country, and Lincoln has that, and that's one of its best offerings that it has for you. Is this is kind of country living with a little bit of a city feel too. So a little bit more room with everything. All the lots and all the houses have that extra space. So here in Copper Ridge, there is a lot of homes that have, like, most of these places have a couple acres at least. And there's a lot of shops, and people have their toys and their projects they're working on. And this is for the person that really likes country life. They really want to just do their own thing, and they really enjoy having peace and quiet. Don't hear a lot of cars, don't hear a lot of neighbors doing much. This is all set up mainly for people to have some space, grow gardens, do their activities, put up a shop, do some woodwork, work on a car, whatever other thing you can think of. They store their campers outside. Copper Ridge is a great spot for independence. So there's still some gravel driveways, some concrete driveways, no sidewalks. There is no see any fire hydrants out here. So more than likely the special fees are going to be less here than they would be in other locations. And I'll show you some drone footage of these areas too, so you can capture a faster view. This is not walkable. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that video on Lincoln. And so if Lana and I at home701.com team can help you make that smooth move, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or set up a Zoom meet. Our contact information is down below. Let us help you make that smooth move to the Bismarck Mandan area. And you're not gonna wanna miss our next video. The next video we have is on Silver Ranch, and you're gonna wanna check out that neighborhood. They have amazing features, new homes in that area. It's growing like crazy, and a new school. So check out that next video on the Silver Ranch area. Thanks.